Hello everyone, thank you for coming to my speech today. I am your speaker, Dmitri Apostolides. I have a question for you guys. Have you ever heard of Occupy Wall Street? You haven't? Okay. Have you heard of the term the 1%? That term is used to describe the nation's wealthiest top 1%. I'm not surprised that any of you have heard of these, and I'm glad you haven't, because today, before you leave here, I have done a ton of thorough research, and I'm going to talk about these. And you are going to know what Occupy Wall Street is before you leave. But first, I feel like you guys should know what Occupy's main goal was. Their main goal is to promote economic equality. Occupy Wall Street has had some big, notable victories, but they've also had many failures today. I'm going to dive into these failures. I'm going to tell you the troubles that Occupy had, what they were, and what they are doing in present day 2021. The members of Occupy Wall Street are educated. 70% of them have a bachelor's degree. This is according to an article from the New York Post. Occupy Wall Street as a group had their very first protest in September of 2011. Now, I want to pass this picture around. Has anybody been to a protest before? Okay, now you guys can see what's exactly happening and how the protest looked. Now, what they were protesting, as you're looking at this picture, you're probably wondering, it was economic equality. Now, what is economic equality? I see you guys staring at me wide-eyed. It is essentially express the lack of democracy in America. The first protest inspired people all over the United States. The result of this, the first protest, it caused the state of Seattle to raise minimum wage to $15. Now that I have discussed what Occupy Wall Street started, I want to tell you about the struggles the group had developing in 2012. A writer, Joseph Axe from the New York Times, posted that many of the protesters who participated in had excessive force used against them. Another struggle Occupy Wall Street has faced is a lack of evidence. They have trouble providing where they're getting their statistics from. Now, what I feel like is one of the biggest struggles is getting Congress to impose a new law. A new bill that would support the change Occupy Wall Street wants and hopes for. And if you watch any news, you know how difficult it is to persuade Congress. I think all of us in this room can agree Occupy Wall Street has faced its fair share of troubles. Even with the struggles they faced, they have pushed ahead on their 33rd anniversary, which was September 2014. They held a climate march. You're not going to believe this, but more than 300,000 people attended this climate march. It's said to be one of the largest climate marches ever. In 2015, Occupy Wall Street introduced homes for New Yorkers. This plan proposed more affordable homes to New Yorkers. If you've ever looked at rent in New York, you would realize how high it was. So I feel like this is a big win for Occupy Wall Street. Now, I want to fast forward to this year, 2021. New York Post reporter George Fitzgibson talks about the 1% manipulating the stock market and the stock exchange for years. Well, now it's our turn. People like me and you, the little guys, we're going to cause the hedge funds to lose millions. If you've watched the news any, you'd see that this has already happened on GameStop. And if you are wanting to find more information on Occupy Wall Street, you should head over to theguardian.com, or if you have any questions, I'll be on the other side of the room. Thank you.